Come bottle paint with me and let's talk about all things studio project pricing. This was my last studio project before maternity leave in March of 2024, and I'm finally editing it. So better late than never, right? Hi, I'm Rosie, a doctor of pharmacy turned luxury calligrapher and business coach. I started my business in 2017 with $30 custom cake toppers and didn't make a profit for the first 3 years of business. Now I'm able to charge over $1,000 per day and have helped almost 200 calligraphers build a peaceful, profitable, and sustainable business through the Craft Academy. So don't forget to like and subscribe and hang out with me, your calligraphy biz bestie, every single Tuesday. As a calligraphy entrepreneur, it's important to have multiple forms of income. While it may seem like most of my business comes from live events, I would estimate that 25% of my annual income actually comes from studio projects just like this. Many of these projects come from different clients. Sometimes they are corporate clients like Tatcha, who I also perform at their live events for, and I want to continue the relationship even if that studio project ends up being less than my studio minimum. So if you're a calligrapher looking to find work in studio, whether it's for wedding invitations, branding projects, or custom artwork, you've probably asked yourself, how do I price my studio orders? Today, I'm actually going to break it all down for you so you can confidently set your prices and get paid what you're worth. So let's get into it. First, let's talk about what studio orders are. These are bulk or custom commissions from event planners, wedding studios, branding agencies, or even corporate clients. Whether it is a bulk order of 100 bottles or one-off personal orders, studio projects tend to take up a lot more time than you think than a live event because of the setup, strike, detail orientation that goes into it, customer communication, coordinating pickup and drop off, and so on and so forth. And your pricing strategy actually does need to reflect that. When you're setting your pricing, there are 5 main factors that I want you to consider. Number 1 is your time and labor. How long is it actually going to take you to complete the order? Factor in the calligraphy or the painting, the dry time, packaging, and even communication with the client. Don't forget the amount of time you've actually spent practicing and perfecting your skill set to get to this point. Consider the ink, paper, nibs, envelopes, paint pens, engravers, birds, and all of the things that all contribute to your cost. Number 3 is to consider the complexity of the work. Are you doing simple envelope addressing or intricate custom pieces where you're engraving a floral piece? The more detailed the work, the higher the price should be. Number 4 is your volume and bulk discounts. Typically for me, I don't like offering discounts because it's still the same amount of work that I'm doing. However, it does help the client have some peace of mind when you do offer that discount. So you may want to offer tiered pricing based on the volume if you feel like that is worth it for you. Number 5 is the market and competitor pricing. I want you to research what other calligraphers in your niche are charging. You don't want to undervalue yourself, but you also want to stay very competitive because you do get what you pay for and clients do understand that. Now, let's go over the different pricing structures that you can use. I recommend per piece pricing, and that is ideal for little things like place cards or even bottle painting and or engraving. For example, I usually charge $5 to $10 per place card or $50 per bottle engraving. In that price range, you should include the parameters like what it includes. For me, it includes up to 3 words and color fill. One thing to note is that your hourly average in your studio should also match your on-site rate, and it should also meet your studio minimum. What does that mean? Let's break it down. People who are newer to the live event industry should actually start charging at around $200 to $225 per hour. As of 2025, I am working my way up to $300 an hour for many of my new clients. So what that means is whatever projects that I'm working on in studio, it should average out to about $300 per hour as the total based on how much time I actually spent working on this project from inquiry to drop off. In addition to that, your studio minimum should be set at a specific number to make sure that it's actually worth your time to take on a specific project. Now imagine taking on a project of 5 place cards at $5 per piece, where it takes about 2 hours for you to complete the project and you only made $25. And that doesn't even include your cost of supplies. So what I recommend is that you start charging your studio minimum at around $100 and working your way up about $25 every 5 projects. My current studio minimum is around $500, and I do feel very comfortable with that. This way, you're actually ensuring that you cover your costs of supplies and studio time and making a fair profit. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a lot for a newbie. It is. I totally agree with that. But at the end of the day, we want to stay competitive within the industry and not undercut existing artists. To quote our amazing co-coach Tammy, you actually need to improve your skill set to meet the industry pricing, not actually lower the pricing to meet your current skill set. Now that's a mic drop moment if I've ever heard it. And I know that sounds super scary because it's a lot of money, but at the same time, we always recommend within the Craft Academy that you flex your pricing muscle. And the more you flex it, the easier it will become for you to charge your full price. If this sounds challenging for you and you need help getting your pricing there, I really encourage you to check out the Craft Academy. It's my coaching program that helps calligraphers build and scale a profitable and sustainable business. We have conversations like this almost every single week, if not every day, within our Facebook group. So I definitely recommend that you join our amazing community. All you have to do is go to wandercrafter.com/apply and we will chat with you there. The last thing I wanted to kind of mention is making sure that you communicate very well with your clients and how to negotiate those pricings. When you're working with in-studio projects, clear communication is key. I want you to provide a detailed quote upfront, including the turnaround time, terms, and any rush fees. Rush fees can vary from 25% to 100% depending on the turnaround time and your current workload. If a client wants to negotiate, definitely be open to it, but firm about your value. Remember, not all clients are your ideal clients, and you shouldn't take every single project that comes your way anyway. And there you have it. Studio pricing as a calligrapher doesn't have to be super overwhelming. All you have to do is take the time to calculate your cost, factor in your expertise, and communicate clearly with your clients. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more calligraphy business tips, and drop your questions in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!